So I just finished watching The Boys season 5 finale episode in the last season of The Boys entirely. Quickly, I just want to say spoilers. I'm going to be talking about heavy spoilers. So if you don't want to know any of that or anything, just please click away, go watch the episode, and then come back when you finished. But I just kind of want to get my thoughts out there, my just overall opinion about it. So let's just go into the answer. Is it good? I think as a standalone episode itself, I think it is decent. I think it's good. I do think the whole season as a whole definitely kind of I think the finale could have been a lot better. I just think the writing for all of season 5 was kind of down. It definitely let down a lot of what season 5 could have been. I do think season 5 had a lot of potential, but then stuff with, I don't know, the writing of season 5 entirely just kind of made the finale episode kind of not as great as it could have been. Now, again, heavy spoilers. I'm just going to talk about the main thing first. Again, heavy spoilers. Warning. Homelander's death. Now, we all know he was going to die, obviously, and I think what they did was, I think it was a good job. The only thing I do have a problem with is I wish there was more, I don't know, just more stuff, more action, more stuff to do. I would like it for I would have liked it for it to be more intense, more crap. Obviously, Kamiko's the one, because she has Soldier Boy's power. Obviously, Kamiko's the one who then takes away Homelander's power. So, I don't know. I do wish it was more intense, more like, oh my gosh, this is it. But I think overall, it is still a good way to do it. I just wish there was more action to it. I mean, again, the posters were making it seem like there was so much crap going to happen and it was going to be insane and all these things. Obviously didn't happen, but I do wish in the finale more stuff did happen. It was more intense and things were crazier. But I think overall what they did was good. I liked Homelander's death. I think a lot of people are going to think that Homelander, begging is just trying to make it funny. It's not. It's not. I feel like people need to remember who Homelander is. They've been saying it the whole time in the show, especially in season 5. Homelander, without his powers, he's just a loser. He hides behind his powers. I feel like this is a thing we've known for so long. He hides behind his powers. He is a loser. He is weak. He hides behind his powers. He is nothing without his powers. And I think they definitely did a good job showing that, the desperation in him to just try and live, like, Butcher, please, I'll do anything. And him not wanting to die. I think the way they killed him was pretty cool. Pretty much like the comic. I thought they were going to do it fully like the comic where they put the crowbar fully in his head like in the comic. But I don't know. I think I liked it. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know. His death though, like I said, but I don't know, the crowbar death, I think it would have been cool if they did the full crowbar death through his freaking head like we see in the comics. Again, I wish, how we saw in the poster, I do wish we saw the iconic scene of Butcher going up to the White House. Really wish we got that scene. But I don't know, for a finale episode, I think it was good. I think it was good. And I don't know, I think they did kind of offer a satisfying death. Again, like I said, I do wish we saw more intense moments. I wish we saw more crazed moments with not only just Homelander, but with Butcher too. Again, I said this plenty of times, I'll say it again. Season 4's finale teased heavily that, Kessler was going to take over, and then Butcher was going to go insane, and all these things, and then Homelander's going to get the V1, and he's going to go insane. We didn't really see that. He got the V1, and then he was just the same old Homelander as we've seen for the past, 4 other seasons. But I do wish we got more. Just sucks we didn't, but I think the final fight was good. I think in its own way it was good. And I don't know. I think it really depends on how you view it, I guess. Anyways, again, heavy spoilers. Want to make this clear. Heavy spoilers. Next, we're going to talk about Butcher's death. This is the part did not like. I'm going to be honest with you. Did not like this part. So, the third act of The Boys is Butcher. Butcher comes back. Ryan doesn't want anything to do with Butcher. He doesn't. Then Terror dies. Spoiler, of course, Terra dies. His dog, Terror, he dies. I don't know. I didn't like this. The reason I didn't like it, it just felt rushed, and it felt like they didn't know how to get Butcher to this point. So they were just like, okay, Terror dies, so now he goes crazy and wants to release the virus. Like, I don't know, it just felt rushed, and I think his death also is just kind of, like, I feel like they just needed a reason for him to want to release the virus, and then also so they can kill him off. They needed a reason, so they just came up with this, and I'm not a big fan of it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also not a big fan of how Butcher kind of goes to the Vought Tower, threatens to release the virus, and then doesn't do anything, and it just puts it on his table. Like, I just didn't like that, and I don't know. I just wish there was more stuff. I wish there was more of a fight than what we got. Now, I don't know. It really depends. I just wish we got more out of it, and I wasn't a big fan of how they killed him off, or how they kind of set it off. Of course, I do think they needed to kill him. They needed to, but I just wish there was more to it. And I wish the setup to kill him off was a bit better. This is the only part I didn't really like, and I was definitely not a big fan of. But I think it was still an emotional moment that was good, that I think was enjoyable. I mean, after 7 years, 5 seasons, I think it was a good kind of send-off. Again, I just wish there was more stuff, to set up his death. The Deep's death is also another thing that I wanted to talk about. I think they did pretty well. Again, I do think a lot of this just felt kind of rushed. I wish we saw more expansion. I don't think this episode should have been an hour. It should have been like 2 hours. But again, I don't know, for some reason, Eric is just kind of insane. Eric was just like, oh, yeah, we didn't want to make it too long because we thought viewers would get bored. It's like, come on, man. This is your final episode, final season, and this is how you think? Like, come on, bro. Come on. But again, I think his death, I think it was good. Again, I just wish it was stretched out more and there was just more to it, more action. But I do think his death was good, and I liked it. I really did enjoy it. Now we're at this part. Annie is pregnant. Huey and Annie are pretty much together. I mean, I'd say pretty much married. And yeah, I mean, I think it is still pretty good. I think they ended off on a high note. I know some people are not going to like that Huey named the kid Robin, which, if you don't know, Robin is Huey's girlfriend that died in season 1, episode 1. So yeah, but I don't know. I liked it. I think they ended off on a good note, and overall, I think it's pretty good. Maybe we'll see them in The Boys Mexico. Who knows? And that spin-off. Also, All Father dying in a very weird, mysterious, a very weird way, I guess you could say. I think his death was good. I think it is a shocking death. Obviously, I don't think his character needed some, like, insane, crazed, finale, like, death. But, I don't know. I do think it's interesting. But, yeah. Overall, I think this is a good episode. I'd say a 7 out of 10. 6.5 to 7, I think, is good for this finale. I think the start was a bit meh. I didn't really like how Frenchie's kind of funeral was, but I mean, I think overall it was fine. Again, I do wish we saw the iconic Butcher scene with going up to the White House, but again, I think overall it was pretty good. But yeah, that's all I have to say. 7 out of 10 for me. I do think things could have been done better, but I think they did the best they could with, how the season was setting everything up. But, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Bye.